Soccer Potato Mustang. If you subscribe to my channel, you know that I've not been making a lot of videos recently, so I'm hoping to sort of kickstart making some progress in the garage and getting some stuff done. I have two things I'm going to try to accomplish today, which neither of which is particularly profound and amazing and groundbreaking, but you know, it's something. So one is I'm going to change the oil in the Fox body. I need to go pick up an oil filter and some oil. It's not that I definitely haven't driven to between 3,000 and 6,000 miles since the last time I changed the oil, but it's been about a year. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And while I'm under there, I'm gonna try to make sure that the drain plugs are about as properly sealed as they can be so that I'm not getting too much oil dripping, but we'll see. Also, the other thing I wanted to do is try to use my compressor because I noticed that my tire pressure is pretty low. It has been a little bit colder here than usual, so I have had that thing since, like, I don't know, Christmas or my birthday, I don't know, and I haven't used it at all. So I'm gonna try and get that figured out and try and put some air in these tires, so make sure that we're not driving around on super low pressure tires. So hopefully we can accomplish the bare minimum of tasks today, and then you know, at some point get back to working on some of these parts and doing other stuff to get this car in the place that it should be. I just got back from AutoZone where I have my Mobile One oil and a STP extended life oil filter, which allegedly is engineered to last up to 10,000 miles. I normally get the Ford Motorcraft filters, but they didn't have any, and there was like a deal where if you get an STP filter and the Mobile One oil, you get a better price. So I'm sure this will probably be fine. First, we're going to disconnect the battery, just in case. Get your chalk blocks for your wheels, safety first. Make sure your oil drain pan thing has enough space to hold all the oil that you're going to drain out of your car. I haven't been under here in a while. If you've seen any Fox body maintenance or oil change video, you know that there's actually two drain plugs. One right here and one right there at the top of the screen. You can see it's definitely got some oil, like at least a slow leak from there. So I have to take a look at the seal around that, and then the oil filter is right above us right here. I do have to say the filter that they gave me at AutoZone, it looks like it's a little bit more, it's like a little bit wider and shorter, but I looked it up online and they say that this will fit an 88 Mustang GT, so I guess we'll find out. I just was checking some of my wrenches, and I thought for sure it was like a 15, but the drain plug on that's a little further back, the 19 appears to be working, so we'll see if it might be the same for the front one. So remember earlier when I was like, oh, you should make sure that your drain catch pan, or whatever it's called, the thing to catch the oil that's coming out, is empty enough, and I thought mine was, but apparently the oil coming out is too fast, and it's like dripping all over the place here. So luckily I had this extra pan that I keep under the car most of the time to catch the slow leaks, but this is a bit of a mess. Genius. So you can see this is the drain plug for the rear oil pan, and I have this little like O-ring type thing Don't mind the dog hair all over. And I think when I first installed this a while back, it seemed like it was doing the trick in terms of like minimizing the oil leakage, but I don't know if it's going to continue to do the trick. I might need to find something else. I've heard other suggestions online. People have had, you know, different results with different types of material, but I have, other than this one, initially I have not really had any luck trying a few different things, so I don't know. We'll see what we can figure out this time. Okay, and I did confirm that the upper front one, I'm going to call it, the one that's a little further up, is also works with the 19mm wrench, at least the one that I have in mind. So in my experience, getting to the filter is easiest from up here, but I'm also tall, so like if you have your car up on jack stands, it might be a little bit difficult if you're not taller, on the taller side. Also, I like the last 2 times, like 2 or 3 times, I think I've changed the oil. I don't know what it is, if I'd like just like tightened it too hard when I put the new filter in, but I've had to use this filter wrench, which I feel like on other cars I've changed oil on, I've never had to use, but for some reason, yeah. Let's try it by hand now. Jesus, this thing's on there super tight. Okay, great. Well, I got it, and the filter fell down, landed in the oil drain pan. And you can kind of see, if you can see where the filter attaches there. You just got to clean that up a little bit before you put the new filter on. Make sure you get a good seal. And you'll usually put like a little bit of oil on that little black seal, the little black rubber seal. So you can see here is the new filter versus the old filter. A little bit of a size difference, but hopefully this part fits the way it's supposed to, and there's good seal. That's all that matters. Got the new filter in there, seems to fit fine. Extended life. Okay, got the filter in, looks okay, and then I replaced, or redid the drain plugs, cleaned them up a little bit before I put them both back in. There's no oil leaking at the moment, but there's also not that much oil in the car, so we'll have to see how it looks when I put the new oil in. I mean, there's obviously like other places where there's oil leaking in this 30, what year is it? 22 plus 12, 34-year-old Mustang. So, yeah, but for now, just wanted to get the oil changed and at least make sure that's taken care of, since it's been about a year since the last time we changed oil. So. I'm gonna check and see if there seems to be any oil leaking since I added 5 quarts. Not seeing anything here yet, or up here really, but it might take some time to show, if it's going to show again. Hopefully off the drain plugs and O-ring things helped, but as you can see back by the catalytic converters and on the exhaust transmission cross member, there's tons of oil that's leaked every time that it's driven. So one of these days we'll try to get this figured out, but not a lot of time with a baby, and now back to work. So okay, it's like way too many days later, and I actually did end up setting up the air compressor. I need to put it away, but ended up using it to put some air in my mom's car's tires. And while we were doing that, my mom actually noticed something that I want to show you. So might be easier if I close the garage door, but let me show you something. It's kind of hard to see in this light, but there's actually I think you can maybe see it more on the driver's side, but the car is off, the ignition is off, but there's at least one light on in here. I think now it looks like there's two, but we noticed it, she noticed it last night when it was dark, so it was a little bit easier to see that it wasn't like a reflection. So I'm thinking that something is causing the tail lights to stay on, and that might be what has been draining the battery. So I did a couple of searches, and it seems like one of the possibilities is that it could be a switch on the brake pedal mechanism, but I need to look around and see some other possible troubleshooting ideas in case that is not the problem. But yeah, kind of cool thing. Thanks, Mom. Anyways, we'll try to get that sorted in the next garage vlog. Okay, never mind. I'm either an idiot or the problem like corrected itself at some point. I swear last night I saw a reflection, or I saw a light with like, it didn't look like it was a reflection. And then somebody on the forums pointed out that it looks like a reflection based on the placement of the light from a picture that I took. But I was even just double checking with the garage completely dark and there's no light. So I jumped to conclusions over what was either a reflection or a temporary glitch. So I don't know. I mean, I'll keep an eye on it and see if it shows up, or maybe it was just my imagination, but yeah, we'll see. Thanks for watching my my video, and if you're new to my channel and you like my video, please hit subscribe. Keep an eye out for more, hopefully more frequently posted videos on the Fox body and food related stuff. Stay healthy, stay safe. Peace out.